afternoon, everyone. It's time for the retake of this morning's Facebook Live. Everything seemed to be working on my end, and then when I got into Facebook, there was no video or anything in there. So I was like, okay, what's going on here? Love technology. So I wanted to talk with you a little bit today about, are you fearful? Our verse is Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you, be strong and courageous, do not be frightened, and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Do you feel that God is calling you to do something, but you're afraid to do it? I know I felt that way more than once. That was the situation that Joshua found himself in. He was being called to fill Moses' shoes and lead the people into the promised land, no small undertaking. Multiple times, God tells him to be strong and courageous. How could Joshua do that? The same way that we can when the project we've taken on seems too big for us. Because God was with Joshua, He is with us wherever we go. He is our strength and our shield. Some food for thought. Today I'm actually going to make an alternate type of pesto. What I made originally this morning was part parsley and part arugula. I'm going to do a version of it this afternoon that's all arugula, but it can be varied in proportions. And so I use a food processor. They usually work the best on getting this stuff ground up fine enough. And I've got about a quarter of a cup in the bottom of olive oil. Avocado oil works actually a little bit better because it won't solidify when you go to put it in the refrigerator, but at the same time, I am out of avocado oil right now, and it does work. You just need to warm it up to room temperature in order to, get it to. So I've got about a couple cups in here. So if you actually want to spread it, you want to let it warm up. And then this is about a half a tablespoon of some dry sweet basil. I personally don't handle straight sweet basil, which is what your usual pestos are. And so I usually use arugula or parsley. You can use a combination of them, or you can, the other way you can do it is sorry, my thing's not lining up real well right this second. Come on. And on this is not wanting to line up real well. There we go. Don't usually have that problem. Okay, and so you start out by pulsing this. Kind of get mixed down. You're going to take a spatula, work it down towards the blade, shove it back down in here. Because right now it's still in pretty good sized chunks, and you want to get it finer than that before you actually call it quits on the processor. actually looks pretty good, so I think I will call it at that. And you can use this in small amounts, mixing it in with things just to add a bit of flavor to just about anything. And you can also use it in place of a pasta sauce, your tomatoey pasta sauce, to put on a pizza or something like that. That's one of the ways that I've used it. Now I'm going to actually put this into a freezer container and actually get it out next week when we will do a salad recipe that uses some of this pesto. But I thought I'd give you the preliminary recipe before giving you that one. So anyway, I will see you next week at the normal time with a verse and our new salad recipe. So see you next week.